Hi, we're going to discuss and talk about the units of pressure, and more important than talking about units of pressure, the main goal is that you understand or have an idea of the dimensions and what means each unit. Okay, so we're going to start talking about the the unit of the we're going to start talking about the unit of the SI system, that is the Pascal. Okay, so essentially 1 Pascal is just 1 Newton per square meter. So you can imagine 1 Newton as the weight of a mass of 102 kilograms. Okay, you can imagine that this is 1 Newton. So if you put a mass of 102 kilograms, maybe your cell phone is about 102 grams, on a surface of 1 square meter, the pressure that the cell phone applies upon the surface will be 1 Pascal. But let's do it simpler for you. Let's have an idea of what exactly or what is the order of magnitude of 1 Pascal. So we're going to do this exercise. So I'm asking you to put your cell phone, let's say that your cell phone's weight is 1 Newton, on your hand, okay? And measure the dimensions of your hand, length and width, in order to determine the area of your hand. So for example, the area of my hand is about um, 16 centimeters times 9 centimeters. Okay, I'm going to use 15 centimeters times 9 centimeters. That gives me 135 square centimeters. Okay, so the area, I need to transform the area into square meters. So remember, 100 centimeters is 1 meter, but as we have squares, so we have to raise it to the second power. That would be 1 square meter. So I can simplify. So the area of my hand is going to be just 135 divided 10,000, so 0.0135 square meters. Okay, and if we estimate that your cell phone's weight is 1 Newton, so the pressure of your hand will be 1 Newton divided 0.0135 square meters, and this division is going to give you 74 newtons per square meter. So that's a Pascal. So essentially what we get is a pressure of 74 pascals. So just imagine, put your cell phone on your hand and try to feel the pressure that the cell phone supplies on your hand. Okay? Try to feel the pressure that your cell phone, okay, put your cell phone and try to feel the pressure that your cell phone applies on your hand. The cell phone is applying about 74 pascals. So 1 Pascal is a really small unit of pressure. Okay, because if you feel the pressure that the cell phone applies upon you is not like a lot. Okay, so 1 Pascal is very small unit of pressure. That's why for some cases we need to use another unit, even that the Pascal is the unit of the international system. People use other type of pressures because if we use, for example, the pressure of a gas on a chamber is going to be orders of magnitude very high of pascals, like kilopascals or megapascals. So there is another unit that is called the atmosphere. Okay, the atmosphere. And what is the atmosphere? The atmosphere is just the pressure or the atmospheric pressure. You know, what is the atmospheric pressure? The atmospheric pressure is just the pressure of the air at sea level. Okay? So if we go to see an atmosphere, you can go to the beach. Go to the beach and feel the pressure of the air on the beach. Okay? So when you're in any situation, when you're at home, when you're in the beach, when you're everywhere, you're going to feel air pressuring on you. And this pressure of air, if we're at sea level, I mean on the beach, it's about 1 atmosphere. The atmosphere is a unit that is very high compared to the Pascal. Okay, so it's greater than the Pascal. The unit conversion of the atmosphere to Pascal, it could change because there are many measurements of atmospheric pressure, and sometimes we have the option of something calling standard atmosphere, and we have the option of something calling technical atmosphere. But the unit conversion that is most common is 1.01325 times 10 to the 5th power pascals. Okay? 5th power pascals. Okay, so let's say that we're talking, okay, I'm not going to talk about pascals, I want to talk about kilopascals. So if it will be kilopascals will be 10 to the 3rd power. So we can multiply by 100 this number. It will be like 101.325 kilopascals. So that will be 1 atmosphere. So as you could see, compared to the Pascal is very high, 100 kilopascals. Okay, 100 kilopascals is 1 atmosphere. So every time you need to convert from atmospheres to pascals, you need to use 1.01325 times 10 to the 5th power. But now, there is another unit that is commonly used in weather conditions. People are trying to get off of this unit, but we're still talking about it. That is calling the VAR. Okay? The VAR. Okay? And the VAR is like around this order of magnitude of pascals. It's like getting in atmospheres but rounded to SI units. So it's like the unit conversion will be 10 to the 5th power pascals. Okay? Or 100,000 pascals. Okay? This is how we use the VAR. Okay? It's like something related with atmospheric pressure, but we round it in order to get it easier into SI units. Okay? So sometimes we can have the atmospheric pressure of some place, but we use the bars in order to convert it into pascals easier. Finally, the last unit I want to talk about is highly used. I have seen this unit mostly in cars, in mechanics, because it's very used in Europe and the States, and it's calling the PSI. Okay, so and that means pound per squared inch or per inch square. Okay, that's the PSI, pound per square inch or per pound per inch square. Okay, so this unit, it's obviously related more with something American because we're using uh, British system of units, pound and square inches, and 1 pound per square inch, it's equal to 6,894.76 pascals. Okay, so as you could see, the pascal is the unit that, even that is in the international system, is very low. You know, it's the smallest unit. The other units we use are greater than the pascal, so some people use them because it's easier to get real values. Okay, when we measure, for example, the pressure of of a tire, so it's better to use pound per square inches rather than pascals, because in pascal will be a very high number, but in pound per square inches will be small. Okay, so these are the units. Just let me remind you the 4 units we just see. So the first one is the pascal. So pascal. Okay, the second is the atmosphere. The third is the bar, and the fourth is the PSI, pound per square inch. Okay, and just to remember the unit conversions, times 10 to the 5th pascals, 10 to the 5th pascals, and 6,894.76 pascals. Okay, I put everything in pascals. So my recommendation for you is that after this video, take your time to use these units and essentially try to find the unit conversion between bar and PSI, atmospheres and PSI, atmospheres and bar. It's like a pretty cool exercise. And why don't you do this exercise as well? Okay, I'm asking you to do another exercise. Why don't you try to measure something common in as pressure and pass it to pascals, atmospheres, and bars? For example, go to your car if you have a car, or go to your uncle's car or whatever, your father's car, okay, and check the recommendations of pressure in the tires of your car and convert it into different units. So this is everything for today. Thanks for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video, that you understand the units of pressure, that you could learn about it and how you can transform it. Okay, so see you in the next video. Remember to like the video if you like it, share it, or whatever. Okay, or subscribe to my tube. See you. Bye bye. Have a nice day.